Can she be my mummy? The golden hour sun stretched its warm fingers across the quiet street, painting everything in soft amber light. Marcus wiped his hands on an old rag, the familiar scent of motor oil and metal filling the air around him. His small auto repair shop had been his sanctuary for the past 3 years, ever since he'd become a single father. It was a place where broken things could be fixed, where problems had solutions, and where the rhythm of honest work helped quiet his restless thoughts. 3-year-old Emma sat on her favorite stool near the workbench, her blonde curls catching the afternoon light as she played with her toy cars. She hummed a little tune, completely absorbed in her make-believe world where red cars raced blue ones around imaginary tracks. Marcus smiled as he watched her. These quiet moments together were precious to him, stolen fragments of peace in their busy life. The sound of a car engine sputtering and coughing broke the afternoon calm. Marcus looked up to see a sleek sedan pulling into his driveway, steam rising from under its hood like a white flag of surrender. The engine gave one final, dramatic wheeze before falling silent. The driver's door opened, and out stepped a woman in an elegant cream-colored dress and matching blazer. Her light brown hair fell in perfect waves around her shoulders, and she carried herself with the kind of quiet confidence that came from success. But as she stared at her car's smoking hood, that confidence seemed to waver. "Daddy, look," Emma whispered, tugging at Marcus's shirt. "A pretty lady." Marcus walked over, wiping his hands clean. The woman looked up as he approached, and he noticed how her green eyes held a mixture of frustration and embarrassment. "Car trouble?" he asked gently. Though the answer was obvious, she let out a small laugh that held no humor. "That's putting it mildly. I have the most important business presentation of my career in 2 hours, and my car decided today was the perfect day to break down." She gestured helplessly at the vehicle. "I'm Sarah, by the way." "Sarah Mitchell." "Marcus Thompson," he replied, offering a reassuring smile. "And this is Emma. Let me take a look under the hood." As Marcus lifted the hood, a cloud of steam escaped, confirming his suspicions. The radiator hose had burst, sending coolant everywhere. It was a common problem, but one that would take time to fix properly. "How bad is it?" Sarah asked, though her expression suggested she already knew the answer wouldn't be good. Marcus straightened up, choosing his words carefully. "The radiator hose is completely shot. I can fix it, but it'll take at least an hour, maybe more." "I'm sorry." Sarah's shoulders sagged. She pulled out her phone and stared at the screen for a long moment before slowly putting it away. "My presentation. I've been working on this account for months. If I missed this meeting... The defeat in her voice tugged at something in Marcus's chest. He knew what it felt like to have everything riding on one crucial moment. "Where do you need to go? Maybe I could give you a ride." Sarah looked surprised. "I couldn't ask you to do that. You don't even know me." "Sometimes strangers are just friends we haven't met yet," Marcus said simply. It was something his grandmother used to say, and the words came naturally. Emma had been watching this exchange with the intense curiosity that only small children possess. She slipped down from her stool and walked over to Sarah, looking up at her with wide, serious eyes. "Why are you sad?" Emma asked in her clear, innocent voice. Sarah knelt down to Emma's level, her business facade melting away. "Well, my car is broken, and I have somewhere very important to be." "Daddy can fix anything," Emma said with absolute certainty. "He fixed my dolly when her arm came off, and he fixed the toaster when it made scary noises. And he fixed my bike when the wheel was wobbly." Sarah's smile was genuine now, the first real one Marcus had seen from her. "He sounds like a very good daddy." "He is." Emma nodded solemnly. Then, with the startling directness that children are famous for, she asked, "Do you have a daddy?" "Emma," Marcus said gently, feeling heat rise in his cheeks. But Sarah didn't seem offended. "I don't have a daddy, but I'm all grown up, so that's okay." Emma considered this information carefully. "Do you have a mummy?" "I do, but she lives far away." Emma's next question came out in a rush, as if she'd been thinking about it for a long time. "Do you want to be a mummy?" The question hung in the air like dandelion seeds on a summer breeze. Sarah's eyes widened, and Marcus felt his heart skip a beat. "Emma, honey, that's not... We don't ask people things like that," Marcus said softly. But Emma was already continuing. "Because I don't have a mummy, and you're really nice, and you smell like flowers, and Daddy needs someone to help him because he gets tired sometimes, and maybe you could be my mommy." The silence that followed was profound. Sarah's eyes filled with tears, and Marcus felt as though the ground had shifted beneath his feet. His 3-year-old daughter had just voiced something he hadn't even admitted to himself, that sometimes, in the quiet moments, he wondered what it would be like to share this life with someone. Sarah reached out and gently touched Emma's cheek. "That's the sweetest thing anyone has ever asked me," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "But being a mommy is a very special thing. It's not something that happens quickly, but you could try," Emma said hopefully. "You could come have dinner with us, and maybe play cars, and see if you like it." Marcus was about to intervene, to apologize for his daughter's boldness, when Sarah stood up and looked directly at him. There was something different in her eyes now, something warm and considering. "You know what?" Sarah said, pulling out her phone. "I think I'm going to reschedule my presentation." "Sarah, no," Marcus protested. "You said it was important." "It is important," she agreed. "But maybe Maybe there are different kinds of importance. She looked down at Emma, then back at Marcus. I've been so focused on building my career that I forgot about building a life. And this little girl just reminded me that sometimes the most important meetings are the ones that happen by accident. As Sarah made her phone call, rescheduling her presentation for the following day, Emma slipped her small hand into Marcus's larger one. "Daddy," she whispered, "I think she might like being a mummy." Marcus squeezed his daughter's hand gently, watching as Sarah spoke animatedly into her phone, her earlier stress replaced by something that looked suspiciously like excitement. "Maybe she might, sweetheart," he whispered back. "Maybe she might." The golden hour sun continued to paint the world in warm hues, but somehow, everything looked different now, brighter, full of possibility. And for the first time in 3 years, Marcus began to believe that sometimes, broken things led to beautiful new beginnings.